Hey, what's up, everybody? On a little snowy day here in New York, and I know I did a video the other day about the pros and cons of oh, here's a video on the XR, how she's looking. It's looking pretty good. My back tire is totally worn out. I'm gonna have to put some new tires on here. Back tire is worn down in the middle. Still got some tread on it though. Lex exhaust seems pretty good. Probably have to repack it next year. When you put the Lex on, you gotta figure out with this clamp, you have to add some extra copper tape to seal that up. But I'm not getting any leakage here, so it's good. But that's the only thing with the Lex. You can get the it's cheaper. The Lex that's custom for this bike clamps on two places, but if you get a KLR Lex, it'll fit. But the Lex for this bike, I never was able to find it, so I ended up just trying to put a KLR one on. It worked fine. This is a Polysport fender. I like this fender. It doesn't have that buffet. It doesn't have that shit that was going on the freeway. Like with the stock fender, I got a lot of shake from that. And thinking about doing the tank on here. I got Oxford heated grips, LED headlight on here. Had some trouble pointing this LED light, and D-flex handguards and double take mirrors. I did a custom job. It's not the greatest on the back end, getting rid of that whole contraption that hanging down because it kept getting banged around when I parked the bike. It just stuck out too far, so I eliminated the tail. I got a XR 350, I think it was, or you know, the tail light, and then I put like a plate light, and I put this box on here and screwed it into the frame. I wouldn't do a battery elimination on this, 'cause I don't see the point, but I guess when you really get down to it though, having that thing on the side of the bike makes it easy for someone to steal your battery or mess with the bike. So actually, in hindsight, I think maybe that battery elimination has some pluses to it. The people are doing it to lighten up the bike and streamline it, but nobody ever mentioned anything about doing it to protect against theft and people tampering with your bike. Because I could see, like, on the XR 650L, with the battery so exposed, I mean, basically someone just have to take the plastic case off on the side and they have access to your electronics on the bike. But they're not going to be able to jump start the bike. I mean, they're not going to be able to fuck with it. They still got the key ignition up here that they got to fuck with. But it does give you access to a lot of things that you probably would not want people touching. And if someone needed a battery or something, they just rip it out of there. So, or maybe if someone had an XR 650 and they needed CDI module, it's come shopping off of your bike. So I could see that, like, that streamlining thing really doesn't make a difference to me. But if the shit was under your seat, it just makes it all the more harder for people to steal your battery. I did like the fact that the way it is now, it's easy to jump start the bike. Because I noticed that, like, the battery on this bike really doesn't last very long at all. if you're not running the bike to charge it. I mean, basically, it'll last you like, I would say like 7 days, for me anyway. After that, the thing's done. Wow, snowy run up 3rd Avenue. I don't think the snow is going to stick though, so it's okay. I still don't want to go near any metal or anything. So yeah, basically, oh geez, man, that was a bad one. Target fixation got me again. I didn't even go. I should have went right around that fucking thing. What the fuck is wrong with me? Oh man. Well, a 21-inch wheel has no problem. That's one reason why you don't want to go upgrading to a motard on this thing, because if you do get a little target fixation and hit like a huge ass fucking pothole, at least you'll just run right over it. But yeah, the battery thing, I'm not going to do it though, but I could see some advantages to it. But basically, what one thing I have learned is there's only a couple of things that I do to bikes, and everybody's different, of course, you know. The only thing that I do to bikes is tires, brakes, exhaust, and ability to carry cargo. It's only modifications I do on a bike. You need the ability to carry tools and stuff, and some cargo on a bike. That's all I do on my motorcycles, you know. But I try not to fuck around with them too much, you know. Because customizing bikes is cool. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff with upgraded cams, and you know, if you have a shop to work on, you can do all that stuff. But basically, my shop is a street, you know, up in Harlem. You know, that's about it. So I don't think customizing a bike too much is a good idea for me, because you got to keep the thing as stock as much as you can. But exhaust sound here, I 100% confirmed. Like just the other day, a guy in a Verizon truck was coming over on me, and he heard my exhaust and pulled away. So, you know, I can confirm so many times now where I can confirm 100% where the exhaust on this bike has saved me, you know, so being louder, and where the stock one has let me down. You know, the stock exhaust is too quiet. That's just the way it is, you know. You got to get this. You got to get this thing loudened up a bit. It's too quiet in stock form. Jammed up coming from Midtown Tunnel. But yeah, the stock exhaust on this bike was way too quiet, and then when I put the Lex exhaust on with the silencer tip in, it was also way too quiet. So I confirmed 100%. guy was getting spooked with me behind him. But that's another thing. Like, he could hear. You know, like I've had those bicycle messenger guys, just fucking slam it in front of me when I had the stock exhaust on this bike all the time. So the exhaust noise or exhaust sound level is very, very important in this city, because not everybody's looking in their mirror. They drive by sound, and you just can't take chances like that. If you have people driving by sound and not even looking in their mirrors, it's very risky for you. You can emergency brake your way out of most things, but not everything. Wow, look at the size of those potholes. Snow's really coming down.